So, the one thing that we need to keep right by our desks when we do this is wet
What's
naps.
that? I was going to say napkins.
Wet naps. No, I got a napkin, but it's dry.
Oh yeah. You need the wet. Oh yeah. Usually, what I do is once I've washed something, I bring it with me. Apparently, I did not bring it
This is
with
why
me.
I have ice cubes. I have extra ice cubes. I
Okay.
just turn the ice cubes into a little hand wash, and I have an extra cup.
Ah,
I have a spit cup.
idea.
So
Good idea. Love
anyway,
it.
because what I poured there at the last minute as we prepped to go live, that was a little sticky.
I was going to say, did you make a mess?
Of course.
I gotta taste this.
Welcome to episode 71, where we are going to talk about an old favorite. I mean, an old favorite. This is like really going back there. I didn't read your notes, but this is really going back there. This is something that a lot of people have. I will bet a majority of our listeners have a bottle in their freezer. What do you think?
But I was told today, this is flying off the shelves. People are making a lot of cocktails with limoncello.
It's 100 degrees down here. You know how refreshing limoncello is?
Very much so. Oh my goodness. I had to, I tried a new little recipe here that I was playing with, that I said, you know what, I got to try something new, because I just opened the limoncello today. I truly did. I had not opened it, but
I have one that I had a bottle that was
just
just finishing up. So to do my raw, I have a bottle. I have it. Just our first one here.
Yeah, I've not had it. I did throw it into, so I made this little, all right, so we'll talk about food first. So we had wanted some sashimi, which we have, but I was at a race this weekend at Cascade Locks. I did Bridge of the Gods. So I actually crossed from Washington State to Oregon State over the Bridge of the Gods with 1,500 other people. And in Cascade Deluxe, there's this one place that has the best fish and chips, but I was not about to get any. I wasn't hungry because they fed us well after the race. But I did pick up some ceviche, which they make really well there.
Yeah.
But I also picked up some Dungeness crab. Oh my goodness, love Dungeness crab. So I had to pick that up. So what I did is that I made this little mixture where I had some bay shrimp with the Dungeness crab. I added mayo because mayo. I added some hot sauce. In this case, it was Brothers Brew African hot pepper sauce that had been given to me. And I added just a little bit of limoncello into it.
Oh, wow.
Into my mayo, because I knew that this was going to be a little bit on the sweeter side, and the hot sauce, this is really hot. And so to tone that down, those were the only three things that I added. And then I added it over a little bit of sushi rice to make my additional bite there. Of course, I have my my soy sauce with the wasabi and the ginger, which I love. And then I left this Dungeness crab by itself. So that's what so I had to try the limoncello here. The other thing that I did is that I got a little bit of the limoncello and I threw it into my ceviche. So I was playing with limoncello because there are a lot of things that you can do with limoncello, which was really cool to so because I didn't think about cooking with it. I got this little itch of, hey, let's try something. Let's Limoncello is um, the about the lemons in southern Italy. That's what it is all about, and it is it symbolizes Italian liqueur. That's what this symbolizes. It is served after meals, and it also, you can pour it over ice cream, you can pour it over fruit. It accompanies desserts. There was a tiramisu, a limoncello tiramisu, which I don't know that I would want to do a limoncello tiramisu because I love my tiramisu, but you don't know until you try it. So I might try it, but it is very fresh and fragrant, and Oh my goodness, you can so smell the lemons in there. But it's all about the Amalfi Coast, and before it spread everywhere. So there's a lot of different stories behind where it came from. But essentially, in Latin America, we always put everything into the smallest. Like uh, instead of saying the dog, it's the puppy. Instead of the cat, it's the kitty. So everything in Latin America, and that's what happened with this one, is that it derives from the endearment of the word lemon. So limoncello. So it's like a little lemon. But it's they also used it to describe cedar water back in the 18 in 16 something. But they used it for therapeutic purposes. And it now it refers to the liqueur that we have in front of us and that you probably have at home. But
I'll bet you. I'll
this
bet you most of you listeners, you can all look in your freezer and tell me if you have a bottle.
please let us know. There's various stories, if you will, because like with a lot of things, there's always somebody wanting to take credit. So it's about the beginnings of that. It was this uh, Mrs. Maria Antonia Farazze that tended gardens and lemons, and her grandson had gone to war. And when he came back, he opened up a bar and used her lemons to make the limoncello. So that's one of the stories. But then there was Massimo Canali. He's the one that patented the limoncello back in 1988. So more recently. And
Wow.
so there's other versions from the Sorrento and the Amalfi Coast that there was the Sorrentino family, of course, from Sorrento, that they had been using limoncello, and then those that claimed that fishermen in the Amalfi Coast and the farmers used it to fight a cold. And so a lot of times they would have a little bit in the morning, and that the monks also drank it. And then you got the friars that were utilizing it in prayers. So there's a lot of origins mystery, but what does remain is that it is always about that Amalfi Coast, that southern area of France that has the best lemons, because that is what it's all about, is the lemons and where that comes from. Um, and that's where they produced the limoncello, and it's been there for many years. But truly, it seems that the limoncello itself was from 1988 when it was first patented. So this is like new. And so when the Internet of Things started to come alive, so did the limoncello. So it all came together at about the same time in the 80s. But that is part of where the history comes from. So take the story that you want and run with it. I personally like the story of the grandson coming back and using grandma's lemons and having a bar and coming up with it. I love that story over, well, they got trademarked in 1988. And so limoncello did Capri, and that's when it began. So that was more of a boring story, but whatever story you choose to follow, if you want to deep dive a little bit more, there really isn't any official documents that brings this back to the future, if you will, to find out. So it's really simple. It's ethanol, alcohol, lemon. That's pretty much it. That is what's used to make this. Then of course they add some coloring, classic yellow, to make it this color, this beautiful color. But it's all about the lemons. So lemons, grain alcohol, water, sugar. Forgot the sugar, and that's what makes it sweet. So there's a lot of different things you can do. You can make a lemon drop. You can make a lemon martini. But we're going to start with just tasting it, because I've not just tasted it by itself.
I've already been sipping.
I know you have, but I was a little bit on the slower side.
But
Because
when we chose that we could pick drinks, like I sat there and went, I'll do the lemon drop, and I'm like, I'll bet you that's what you were gonna do. I'll bet is the most common drink everybody thinks about with it is the lemon drop.
Yeah, and I was looking more at the martini, and the first one actually that I saw was the limoncello with Actually, it wasn't with mineral water. It was with tonic water.
Tonic water.
So
Okay.
yeah, tonic water, and I'm not a big tonic water, but I thought, you know what, with this one, it might go very well. So I did get that. And then, of course, with mineral water or seltzer water,
Yeah.
whichever you prefer. But then I saw the different, and I was like playing with it. I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to go with? But I decided that I might play with it and go with gin, because that was the other one, gin or vodka. I wasn't sure which direction I was going to take it. I figured I'd play with it and decide as we were live and go, well, let me try this, let me try that. But I need a picture with this beautiful bottle as I try to make our screen. There we go. I don't want all the stuff showing. I just want this screen with this on. Because we got to show the food, we got to show the drink, because that is part of the fun part of this, is having that drink in there.
Yeah, where's my
And then
phone? I can
having
almost fit
our
all this in now.
You had some great pictures last time with the charcuterie board and all the stuff. You've done good. So you've had some good ones out there. So I'm going to keep these back here. But yeah, I wanted to cook with it, or at least include it in the foods. But the smell is absolutely, gotta love it.
Yeah. It is, to me, I think it's one of those things that, remember the Pernod that I used to say that my father-in-law had? I think limoncello was something else that he drank after dinner. Yeah.
I really like that. So I have to taste my my ceviche, because I threw a little bit of lemon in here after I added, because they don't put any spice in it, so I threw a little bit of hot sauce, but it was a little too hot, so I threw the limoncello. So I want to see how the limoncello mellowed everything out. So.
I've got a couple different things that I got for food this time. I did get some fruit. So I got strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. And then I did buy a piece. I did go out to Starbucks and get a piece of lemon loaf. So then I did a piece of lemon loaf.
Wow, that tastes pretty good. And this tones it down just enough to that sweetness. I like that. So I wasn't sure if to just do the basic limoncello with the gin, or go with the limoncello, which is limoncello, vodka, simple syrup, fresh lemon juice. Or there's also the mojito, but I didn't mint. So mojito is mint, limoncello, white rum. Top it off with soda water or mineral water with a little bit of sugar and lemon. So very basic. And that's what I was looking for, it's just something very simple.
Yeah.
So the other one was limoncello gin cocktail, which is the limoncello, the gin, soda water, and I like that. That one was one that I'm like, you know what, I got to try it, because I normally don't drink a whole lot of. That's why I wanted to go with that one, and I'm going to save the tonic water in a here.
Yeah, I went with a
because ice.
I went with a mule because of mixing it with ginger beer.
I have lots of. That's the one thing with limoncello, cold. So
yeah, lime juice
is the ice. A lot of ice or put it in the freezer, kind of like your vodka.
Yeah.
So lots and lots of ice.
Yeah.
So we got plenty of ice. Let's do the limoncello and move my lemon over here. So
I am really liking it in the mule.
And of course, I always put less than what it calls for, but it's 1 ounce of limoncello and 1 ounce of lemon. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Because I did see that as one of the options, and I was like, I don't know. And then, of course, I am using botanist gin. This is one that I do like. I usually don't drink gin, but this is one that is from Scotland. Um, and maybe that's why I like it. I don't know, but it's not juniper forward. And what I should have brought is that I just picked up a new bottle of gin that's called the Navy from a Quartz Distilling in Washington State, and it was so delicious. It was so complex. I absolutely loved it. So we're gonna lots of ice, lemon peel for garnish. I love the sound of that, don't you?
So we're getting a delay on your end, and I'm half catching your shaking. So we're getting a delay on your end, and I'm half catching your shaking.
You know, I just started to. I just am upgrading my system, and upgrading it really has not upgraded very well. I'm struggling with it. So you can serve
This is
this
why
in
Tim has
a
two
martini
computers,
glass.
by the way. Tim has two computers, by the way.
Who has two computers?
I have two computers. In case something ever goes wrong with one, I can always pull the backup up real quick.
So I unplugged everything and plugged all my old stuff back except for the screen, and I'm having issues um with Zoom and now with StreamYard. So let me see if I can, because I forgot my yeah, I'm not gonna do the lemon peel because forgot my lemon my ooh, hold on, maybe I could use this oh, I don't have one on this one.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't have the little knife. The other, my other cutter or my other, okay. So here's the little bit that I made in my
Yep.
whiskeys of the world. Oh, that smell is beautiful.
So two different ways. I've been it both the original way, and I have a mule, and both of them, the smell, like it's the mule, it's pulling the smell with the mint. By itself, it's pulling a beautiful lemon smell. No.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna have to get a picture with the drink, the vodka out of the way, because sorry, Crater Lake. I know I pulled out the bottle of Crater Lake. Brand spanking new, haven't opened it. I left the other one at home. I didn't bring it into the office, but I have the reserve right here. So I'm gonna see if I can get this.
I was almost going to make my mule with my what's left of my Crater Lake vodka, but
oh, I think you would have been
I
happy
decided
with
to use
it.
my dripping springs instead.
Okay. Did you like it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mule is one of those refreshing drinks.
Yeah.
You got lemon, you got lime, ginger beer, vodka, and now limoncello. And mint.
Can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
So now I get to taste this drink with all the yummies. Oh, you know, I left my. Oh, this is so sad. How did I leave my chopsticks in the other room? That's okay. So I'm going to start with the Dungeness crab with the mayo.
Oh, I wish I would have cut more of that up. With the sushi, we cut cucumber strips to put in on there for the bed. The cucumber and the mule together.
Oh, I do
So
have
refreshing.
cucumber in here, so let me have some cucumber with mine.
I think the wateryness of the cucumber mixes very well with the lemon.
Oh wow. So there's a little bit of spice in the ceviche,
Mm-hmm.
and the limoncello just tones it down. I like that. Mm. I do like that balance that it brings. So I'm going to do what I normally don't do, and I'm going to use my sashimi with a fork because I left my. It's okay. It's okay. I'll be fine.
I think we can actually make a note section on what we forget to bring to the every
You know
week.
what? Yeah, we can say, don't forget blah blah blah. Don't forget. And now, in case you didn't know, ginger helps cleanse your palate.
Yes, I have, of course, with the sushi, I have some ginger slice.
So when you go from one type of sushi to another, you do the ginger to cleanse your palate and have it ready for the next bite. If you're using the same, if you're biting this on the same type of roll, then it doesn't matter unless you absolutely love the ginger, which I've really learned to appreciate. But if you're going from, in this case, tuna to shrimp, or from tuna to back to my little Dungeness crab and shrimp concoction, then I definitely want to cleanse my palate so that way I am not mixing up my flavors.
I'm sorry. As I tip my cup,
You can smell
the
it.
smell of mint and lemon.
Oh, I didn't top it off with my soda water. Hello.
I bet you'd have made it better.
Right. Yeah. So I've added my soda water or my mineral water, my Double Chico, to this one. I'm like, what was that? Oh, the fizziness. I like that. You said a little bit of fizz. I love fizz.
That's what I'm getting with the ginger beer and the mule.
A little bit of fizz in there. You like that?
Yeah.
So the correct way of eating sashimi, from what I was told, is it's the sashimi with a little bit of wasabi, and you just do it like.
I'm going to tell you, I'm even having a piece of lemon loaf. How many? I mean, you think you can overdo lemon? You can't. Limoncello is something that pairs so well. It does not.
Limoncello is something that
It doesn't overpower everything lemon. You know what I mean?
is not.
Back to raw.
Lemon, you know what I mean?
Right. That's the beauty of it, is that, and I'm going to check my internet connection. I'm trying to make sure what I'm connected to.
If you have to do a refresh, come back
Everything
in.
slows down when I'm in the correct connection. I'm going to shut down. You know what I realized is that I had this might work. I closed off Zoom. I had Zoom open. It wasn't on anything, but it was open. And that was causing me issues earlier. So I'm thinking that it's probably Zoom. I've closed that off. So I don't expect a whole lot of issues going forward now. And hopefully that fixes it.
I don't know if you got any pieces of strawberry or
but
not.
But the lemon chop does not overpower.
I don't know if you got any pieces of strawberry.
I don't have any strawberries here. I have them at home. Strawberries and lemon and raspberries. That is one thing that I absolutely love. And I do have raspberry sorbet in the freezer. So I may depending on how we're going, I may decide to go get some raspberry sorbet, because many years ago when I was working at a corporate in California, everybody would always order chocolate cake for all occasions, always chocolate cake. And I'm like, I called because we had a cafeteria with full catering. And I said, I do not want chocolate cake. I want something yummy. It's summer. I want something refreshing. And she said, how about a lemon cake? And I was like, ooh, I love lemon cake. And she goes, I will put a raspberry filling. And then I said, can you do like a whipped cream topping? I didn't want that cream cheese topping because that again, so she made this whipped cream topping that was so delicious. After that, everybody was ordering the lemon cake with the raspberry filling and the whipped cream topping. And went from chocolate cake and cream cheese topping to light and airy, and it was delicious. So raspberries and lemon are two things that I absolutely love. Ooh, am I making a mess of my?
Yes, the raspberry and limoncello is a great pair too.
Great pair too.
I think so. I think so.
Oh,
I think this was a great idea because my first thought with limoncello, my first thought was LaCroix limoncello vodka.
mm-hmm.
That was seriously my first thought. And then it's like, oh, wait, and then I thought I had limoncello at home, which I did not. I had something else, another liqueur that I had purchased a few months back. So I had to go out and buy limoncello because I didn't have it. And then it's flying off the shelves. So, oh, and by the way, so it was 1 ounce of limoncello, 1 ounce of gin. So 1 and 1. And then after you've done that, then you add 4 ounces of club soda. So 4 ounces club soda or mineral water, it's going to be fine. It's going to be, they can substitute for each other. That was one delicious cocktail that I really like. That combination. Again, I'm not a gin drinker, but this just pairs so beautifully together that I really like it. You want to make a limoncello lemon drop. It's 2 ounces of limoncello, 1 ounce of vodka, and then you put a half an ounce of freshly squeezed orange juice, so either a lemon or if you've gotten the real lemon, this is actually not bad, although a real lemon is always better. You mix it in a shaker. You add on the rim of your glass, you want to make sure that you brimmed it with sugar. And then you have a lemon slice for decoration. And then, of course, you can put it into a really pretty martini glass. That's how you make a limoncello martini.
Wow.
If you want to make your own limoncello at home, get the best lemons you can find, but the best are in southern Italy, but try 10 lemons. And you have to get rid of all the white, just the peel. 1 bottle of grain alcohol, which is 750 milliliters, 4 cups of water, 3 cups of sugar. And if you can get those lemons from the Amalfi Coast, that's the best, but you're going to do the best to try to replicate. It has to sit for at least 3 months. So after you've cooked it, you've cooled it, you've drained it, you've bottled it, you need to let it sit for 3 months. So make sure you follow the process. We might decide to put a recipe on the website or a link to those that have made it. Because for me, I'd rather just go out and get something that's truly from Italy. 28% alcohol by volume, but you can only really call it. They put the label on them if it's been certified from the sun-kissed lemon groves of southern Italy. So this was Caravella limoncello. So if you have a walnut tree, they want you to sit under a walnut tree and try it out. But it is created in Italy by the Saporni family matriarch, which was over a century ago, is what I'm saying, and is now enjoyed straight from your freezer to set by any meal. It's drinking it after dinner, perfectly fine, or you can do 1 part vodka with 2 parts and top it with tonic water and garnish with the twist. Or you can do 1 part of the limoncello, 3 parts vodka, shake, strain, and pour into a martini glass with the lemon twist. So it's a lemontini. So whatever
Yeah.
you prefer.
Yeah.
Whatever floats your boat, I think, you could try something different. And this is one that is definitely a summer drink. And we might bring this back before the end of summer, is my thought.
We might do this one again because limoncello, I think we can do a ton of things with it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm.
I'm thoroughly enjoying my drink. And I was going to go to vodka, but sorry, Crater Lake, not today.
I'm just everything
I'm
I
going to
have
stick
on
with
base plate.
gin today. And
Go ahead.
I didn't exactly do even the 1 ounce of gin. I always, whenever I'm making a cocktail with y'all, I usually do less than what the recipe calls for, just because we're sampling multiple things and I want to be able to be functional. But these are, pretty much really, really good. I'm tempted to add a little bit of lemon in there, but I'm gonna leave it as is. And I will top it off with the 4 ounces of the mineral water of my Topo Chico today. And usually you want to shake for at least 30 seconds. And if I hadn't mentioned it before, you're shaking over your shoulder. I love the sound of that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely do not want to put your soda water in your shaker, because if you do that, you're going to be in a world of hurt when it goes everywhere. Remember,
It will go poof.
Carbonation, y'all, carbonation.
Carbonation is to be added. That's always the rule. Carbonation is added to the drink after the shaking is done.
Oh, and this was a perfect glass for that, because I was.
All right, I think I lost you for a moment. We're dealing with the most difficult of internet connections tonight.
Yeah, my apologies. You know what? I think sit out on the porch, have a good barbecue, and have something very light. This would be it.
So Anna, interesting. I have it with just a little ice. I told you, anybody who listens tonight, when they realize it's limoncello, they're gonna go, "I got some of that. I do it with."
Who's had it? Has it with ice?
Limoncello is more common in a bar, in a home liquor cabinet or a home bar than vodka or gin.
I think so, because it's so light and just beautifully just drank by itself.
Yeah. Yes, and
Oh, yeah.
carbonation is always after the shake. Some of us had to learn that the hard way, by the way. I'm just saying. Not that it's happened to anybody on the show.
Well, what I did, which I knew not to do, and yet I did it. Big cubes do not go in the shaker. It's always small cubes. I made a big mass with big cubes. It just went everywhere. So small cubes in the shaker, big cubes in your glass.
Yeah.
But that's all I had. I should have broken it out. I should have done what I've done other times, is go outside and just smack it on the sidewalk, break it up. But 2 things that never go into a shaker: big cubes and carbonation. You will be so sorry.
Let's see, Anna also says she has a bottle in her freezer. I told you, more of our listeners tonight would have a bottle of it in their freezer.
Yep.
I'm good at predicting things. Just saying.
No kidding. So my tuna sashimi is good. I'm leaving my salmon for last because I love salmon. So I always leave my favorite for last.
I finished both of mine, and I think I have maybe 1/3 of my mule left. So anyway, I'm just
Well, I didn't
enjoying
even
my mule.
Yeah, when I had it, I didn't even put an ounce in here. It was less than an ounce. It was more like a little taster more than anything else.
I think I
But I
put
want
less ice in my mule than I was supposed to. All right, because I have the same amount of liquid. I just don't have a lot of ice that melted into it. So
okay. That makes sense. I love that little bit of sweetness that the limoncello brought my into. So
I'm
now
still saying the greatest thing I'm having it with, Gladys, is the strawberries.
I believe that. I truly
Strawberries
believe
are
that.
really going well with my drink.
I'm gonna do a little something, something. See if I can
And
do it
that's
without
only
making it.
because the fruit cup I bought today, guys, had more strawberries than anything because it was strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. And the strawberries, when you look next to a blueberry or raspberry, are 3 times the size of either other of the other. So it's going to have more of it than anything.
So what you normally do when you have Dungeness crab, you're either gonna put butter, lemon, or mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, mayo. I know it sounds weird, but yes, mayo. I thought it was weird until I tasted it and I really liked it. So what I did is that I added a little bit of the limoncello on the Dungeness crab, and it was good. I liked it. I'm not mad at that. I can handle that. For those that don't have Dungeness crab in your area, snow crab. That's the closest I can say.
Yeah.
I still think Dungeness crab because I used to love snow crab until I got introduced to Dungeness crab, and then it's like, oh, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I made a mule tonight, which was mint leaves, which of course I almost always have mint leaves in my refrigerator. All right. And then it was ice, limoncello, vodka, of course, and then I had some of my Q ginger beer
Here.
Of course.
and some lime juice, which I always have. I always have, store brand lime juice in my refrigerator. Lime juice and lemon juice are always in my refrigerator. And it says, I'm going to read off what it says to do because again, we're going into this. Don't shake, right? It is add your mint, muddle it. Got my handy dandy muddler. Remember when Gladys made me get a muddler? Yep. All right. Next, you add your ice. After you muddle your mint, you add the ice.
Add the ice.
Then you add limoncello.
Then you add limoncello.
Then vodka.
Then vodka.
Then your ginger beer.
Then your ginger beer.
Then it's a little bit of lemon
Then
on
it's a little
top.
bit of lemon on top.
That's when you would then
That's
stir
when
it.
you would then stir it.
Got my handy dandy one of those.
And one of those.
And then
Which I
says
said we
garnish with
can't
lime or lemon. And I didn't.
And I didn't.
So
No.
I
You
just
know,
drank it as is.
yeah, the thing is, when you are using a Moscow Mule mug, you can't see through it unless you're serving it. It does not matter. If I'm looking at it through a glass, I want to see it. I want to see my strawberry in there, my raspberry, my blueberry, my cherry, my lemon, whatever it is. I want to see it. But if I can't see it, it doesn't matter.
Well,
That's the difference with me is that if I'm seeing it, I want to enjoy it personally. But if I'm serving it to somebody else, I want them to see it. So yes,
Yeah.
I would do it if it's given to somebody else. But if it's just for me, I don't care. Yes, I can see it in the glass and I can enjoy it and go, ooh, pretty cherry, pretty raspberry, pretty strawberry at the bottom. Then or the lime, the lemon rind in there, lemon twist.
yeah. I still would not be complete if I did not tell the story of the first time I had a Moscow Mule.
Oh, please share.
Again,
Again,
Gladys and I are connected because of Craig
connected
Duswalt.
because of Craig Duswalt.
Had a great conversation with
Great
Craig today.
conversation
Great
with
friend of
Craig
both
today,
of ours.
great friend of both of ours.
All right. This podcast would not be possible if it weren't for Craig Duswalt. There, we said it.
It's Craig.
Got to give him his credit. Otherwise, he gets mad. Yeah. At a Craig Duswalt function at the Weston LAX airport, my friend and Craig's friend, another one from our mastermind, Marcus Slayton, says to me,
Oh, yeah.
you know Marcus, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Marcus says, Tim, you've got to try a mule. Okay. He says, go to the bar and get a cup of ice and come back and see me. So I get a cup of ice and I take off to go over to see Marcus. We're behind the table at Craig's event. This is during the party part of the event. We're dipping into a bag we have below the table. Vodka, ginger beer.
Yeah.
All right.
I've heard the story.
And we're stirring it up with a spoon we have. And the guy asked me when I was getting, hey, can I just have a cup of ice? I should have said for ice water. Dummy me, I said, I want a cup of ice. He followed me without me knowing he was following me.
Oh.
Watched me go behind the table with Marcus. Marcus and I are mixing up a Moscow Mule at the back table of Craig's event. Sure enough, the man from the bar, from the hotel comes over and goes, no. You guys can't be having your alcohol behind the table. Yep.
You should know better.
Oh, no, now I know how to hide it. I've learned.
And yet, again, going back to Craig's event where Tim and I connected. I mean, at least I knew of Tim. I had seen him when he was not on Petty at Craig's event. But that's when we actually connected. There was something that we just connected with, which was moonshine and whiskey. And that time, yes, we were in the back of the event, and we were sharing. In case you haven't heard, we were sharing. Here, taste this. Here, taste this.
Mm-hmm.
Taste this. I mean, it was good times.
Our
Good times.
ritual at Craig's event of sharing our alcohol shall go on.
Yeah, so we're writing ourselves out.
Sorry.
You didn't know.
You have to be in the Insiders Club in order to get that. If you want more information on the Insiders Club, go to likethewayyoudrink.com. The button there is for you to join the Insiders Club to find out.
Oh, there's more information.
That was Tim's sales pitch for the Insiders Club.
Oh, we have some great stuff coming up. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm trying to figure out how I'm like, okay, who do I need to borrow to record what's gonna happen on the 18th? I'm not gonna say it on air just yet. The Insiders Club will know what's going on the 18th.
Yeah.
But it's pretty exciting, fun stuff.
So I will give you a little bit here. So this will be our sales pitch for the Insiders Club. Insiders will get access to limited amount. We are having limited amount of alcohol made. So when we have it made, it may be 20 bottles available. That's it. Insiders get it. It is not going to make it outside the Insiders Club. I'm going to tell you right now. The Insiders Club right now, there's more than 20 people. So there are going to be people fighting for the Insiders Clubs. All right. The special edition stuff we have. We are getting alcohols made. We will have tasting parties. Tasting parties for the Insiders Club will occur twice a month. Gladys and I get on a Zoom call. We send you the menu. We send you the drinks. And we have a tasting. It's private. Insider. There is no recording that is sent out to the public. This is us and you tasting drinks. Gladys sharing the history of the alcohol. Me sharing some fun facts about it. All right. And then we all talk about what we're tasting, pairing with food. Gladys and I have gotten very well over the past 2 years of pairing our foods together with the alcohol. And we also are now getting our feedback from our Insiders Club. The second thing the Insiders Club gets, again, we already said they get to come to tastings. They will get first access to whatever alcohol we have made. We are talking to distilleries. We are ordering special edition alcohol. We're not even going to tell you what kind. All right. Insiders get it. Gladys and I will only open it up to insiders, right? Third, we are going to do at least once a year starting in 2024 where we will say insiders are welcome. You pay all your expenses to get to whatever distillery, winery, or whatever else we have. And we'll set a small fee to cover our expenses for doing the event at the winery. The winery split up, so if it costs them $10 per person. But the insiders get it. No one outside the Insiders Club is allowed at that tasting, right? And Gladys and I will do we'll do photos with you, all right, as well as we will record certain things there that will be released in future episodes. And it's free to join. We're not even selling to you for a fee. Go to the website and sign up. That's how hard this is.
It's so much fun to be on the Insiders Club. It really is. I mean, there's times where, just something basic. So I have a series. I'm part of the Brew Crew. And the Brew Crew, we go to different breweries every month, once or twice a month, depending. There's like 20 events throughout the year where I can go to any of the running events. I can walk a 5K, and I get not one, but 2 beers. Everybody else gets one. I get swag. And it's so much fun to be with my t-shirt that says I'm part of the Brew Crew, and that's fun because I paid my way into being part of it. Yeah. We have a parking pass that's for 4 different parks in the Washington, Oregon area, where we just show it and we just go in as many times as we want every day of the year. And we pay, that was dirt cheap. That was like $30 for the year. And we're going to more than use it. Everybody else has to pay $5 to park. We don't have to. And then we get primo parking versus trying to find, free parking and walking there. We are part of the Insiders Club. And that's like so special. I feel that's cool shit. So sign up, y'all.
What we're going to do for you guys as insiders is there's so many things we're not telling you that the only insiders find out. You must be 21 to join. Sorry, it's just you have to be 21. We are going to ask for proof. Have to be 21 to join. Anything I want to add to that? I think I'm getting you frozen screen tonight.
You've hit it all. It's just, there's so much fun stuff coming up. We are just we're adding more to what we're doing. It's exciting. It's so much fun. It's like celebration fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. So,
am I
all right? Well,
again?
Yeah, you keep freezing up, but it's okay. We've made it through the episode. So, Gladys, if you can hear me, because I know you kind of keep breaking up, go ahead and tell them about your business and how your business helps sponsor this event.
I am Gladys Boutwell, Insurance by Design in Oregon. I am a small business owner. I do employee benefits for all budgets. Go to insurancedesignpros.com. On the left, you can sign up for a white paper on how you can provide employee benefits no matter your budget. And I am so happy to be part of this podcast. This is my co-host, Tim.
Hey guys, my name is Tim Gillette. I have simple, easy websites. That's simple, easy websites. We are a website design and hosting company based out of Dallas, Texas. 100% American based. We guarantee to have your website up and working in 7 days, and then we will take care of it for you and build you a focused website to achieve what you want to with your website. You want to get customers? We have a system that focuses on getting you customers. That's all we do, websites and hosting. Tim Gillette, simpleeasywebsites.com. Go check us out.
Thank you all for being here today and having us celebrate on our 72nd episode with some limoncello.
Yeah. Any shout outs you got today?
Yes, I do. It is to Brigham Fish Market.
Cool.
They are the ones that are amazing with fish and chips. They're the ones who got me the Dungeness crab and the ceviche. They're in Cascade Locks, right next to the Bridge of the Gods. If you look up the Bridge of the Gods in Oregon, it connects Oregon and Washington. They're like a quarter mile away. They're awesome. And to Stafford Liquor, of course, because they actually knew that I was the one who called in about this when I got there. They're like, "You're the one who called in, right?" 2 people walked out with this, but yet they knew I was the one who called in. So thank you, Stafford Liquor. Always appreciate you.
Get to know your local liquor store, guys. Just saying. So I'm going to shout out to the guys over there at Kroger and Little Elm today. They made special sashimi plates for me, and I appreciate that, guys, going out of your way to create sashimi for our podcast tonight. I know that, you know what I mean, you made something different that wasn't in the case for me tonight, and I appreciate that for you going out of your way to do it. So other than that, man, I really want to thank my co-host Gladys. The two of us have put this together now. It was August 2021 that we sat in a room here in Dallas, Texas, and talked about this idea. And we put our first show on in November of 2021, and we have been now going for close to 2 years. All right. Even though we only have 71 episodes. All right. We kind of balance it out. There's certain things we take off and certain shows we don't do on a regular basis, but we have 71 episodes. We will be back next week with episode number 72, where we will actually be honoring next week Filet Mignon Day. All right. Like, it's a drinking podcast, but we're going to honor Filet Mignon, and we've got a great wine to pair with it. So I'm waiting to see where Gladys gets hers from. I still I still have this one restaurant that I'm trying to get to make it for me. So we'll see.
Yum.
All right. With that, guys, we're going to close it out for this week. All right. We're sorry for the audio and technical difficulties this week. We're working on them. We will improve over time. All right. We are both here to make this a great podcast. And we thank you guys for tuning in. And for giving us comments this week, and for everybody who gave us the hearts, the thumbs ups. All right. We appreciate you guys. And we will be back here next week. Till then, guys.